tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these super cute ghost spirits with a flower on top or a little sapling on top. The ghost is completely no-sew, the sapling is no-sew as well, and you just need to attach the flower to the top. You can follow along the written pattern and find all my free patterns on my website in the link below, and I'll also link all the exact materials I'm using down below. Thank you, and let's get started. To start, we're going to make a magic ring. To make a magic ring, wrap your yarn around your 2 fingers in this X shape, and then on the other side you'll have 2 strands of yarn. So with your crochet hook, you go under the first strand, grab the second strand, pull under, make a loop, and then grab the second strand again, pull through that loop. This will make your magic ring. And then I like to untangle the yarn so it's easier to pull later. And then we have our magic ring. For round 1, we're going to do 8 single crochet into the magic ring. To make a single crochet, we're going to put our hook into the ring, yarn over and grab the yarn, pull through, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. We're going to do this 8 times into the ring. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then pull the ring closed by pulling on this yarn tail. So that is your 8 single crochet inside the magic ring. For round 2, we're going to do an increase in every stitch. So an increase is just 2 single crochet in every stitch. First one, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's your first increase. And then I'm going to put a stitch marker on the first stitch. So you're going to crochet all the way around until you have 16 stitches. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 stitches. That's the end of round 2. We're going to move on to round 3. For round 3, we're going to do 1 single crochet and an increase, repeating 8 times. This will give us 24 stitches at the end. Okay, so here's our first single crochet. Put your stitch marker back. And then we're going to increase. So 2 single crochet in 1 stitch to make that increase. And then we do 1 single crochet and an increase, repeating until the end. For rounds 4 through 9, for 6 rounds, we're going to single crochet all the way around for 24 stitches. I recommend counting when you're doing round 4 just to make sure you have 24 stitches, because you're going to need to do that for 6 rounds. So that's the end of round 9. It should look like this. Next we're going to start round 10. For round 10, we're going to do 6 single crochet, a bobble stitch, 10 single crochet, a bobble stitch, and 6 single crochet for a total of 24 stitches. So first I'm going to do the 6 single crochet here. So 1, write your stitch marker, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then for the 7th stitch, we're going to do a bobble stitch. To do a bobble stitch, you yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2 of the loops on your hook. And then we're going to repeat this. So yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through 2 loops. And every time you do this, you're going to get another loop on your hook. And we're going to do this until we have 5 loops on our hook. So 2 more times. There's 4 on our hook. 1 more time, yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 2 stitches. Okay, so there's 5 loops on our hook. Then we just yarn over and pull through all 5 of those loops. And that's our first bobble stitch. So we're going to continue with 10 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we're going to do another bobble stitch. So again, to do a bobble stitch, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, continue until you have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, through. There's 4, so 1 more, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. There's 5. Yarn over 1 more time and pull through all 5. Then we're going to continue with 6 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so that's the end of round 10. You'll just have these 2 bobble stitches here, and these are the little arms. So for rounds 11 through 12, so just 2 rounds, we're going to do single crochet all the way around for 24 stitches again. So that's the end of round 12. We're going to move on to round 13. For round 13, we're only going to work into the front loops of every stitch. So every stitch has a back and front loop. Usually you go through under both, but for this round, we're only going to work into the front loop. So for the first stitch in the front loop only, we're gonna do 2 half double crochets. To do a half double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook under that front loop, yarn over again, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your crochet hook, and then yarn over, pull through those 3 loops. We're gonna do 1 more half double crochet into the first stitch under the first loop. So yarn over, insert your hook under that first loop, yarn over again, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. So you'll have 2 half double crochets under the first loop of the first stitch. I like to put my stitch marker in the back loop of the first stitch because that's where we're gonna start round 14. So after the 2 half double crochets into the first stitch, in the next stitch, front loop only still, we're gonna do a slip stitch. To do a slip stitch, we're gonna go under that loop in the second stitch, yarn over, and then pull through the front loop and the loop on our hook. So that is a slip stitch. We're gonna continue this pattern. So 2 half double crochets in 1 stitch, then a slip stitch, and we're gonna repeat all the way around. So half double crochet, and then a slip stitch. Again, half double crochet, and a slip stitch. Repeat this all the way around. Okay, that's our last slip stitch. So this is the end of round 13. For round 14, we're gonna do single crochets in all the back loops of round 12. So we're gonna start in that back loop where we marked with our stitch marker. This is the back loop of round 12. So insert your hook into that back loop, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over 2 loops for your single crochet. And then we're going to single crochet in all the rest of the back loops all the way around. So when you bend, I like to bend the work like this so that the back loops will end up on the top, and it's pretty easy to just find them, and your hook should easily go under those back loops. Again, just like this. The back loop should just be on the top when you fold it like this. So it should be relatively easy to do, and I'll see you at the end of this round. Okay, so that's the end of round 14. It should look like this. I'm gonna add some safety eyes, and then we can continue closing the plushie. So I'm gonna use 2 8mm safety eyes. Okay, so I inserted my eyes between round 7 and 8, about 5 stitches in between. Like that. You can also use felt eyes or any other kind of eyes you like. I'm just gonna put the backings on. I'm gonna add a little bit of plushie stuffing. Add a little bit of plushie stuffing inside. I'm gonna add a little bit more after round 15. So for round 15, we're gonna do decreases all the way around, and that will give us 12 stitches at the end. To do a decrease, we're going to insert our hook into the front loops of the next 2 stitches. Like that. We're going to yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on the hook. That will be our first decrease. We're going to do 12 total. So again, insert your hook into the front 2 loops, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops on the hook. We're going to continue this all the way around. Okay, we're at the end of round 15. I'm going to add a bit more plushie stuffing. We want to fill it, but we don't want it to be completely firm because the bottom should be flat. So just enough so that it's like a bit plump. Round 16, we're also going to do decreases all the way around, and we'll end up with 6 stitches at the end. So decreasing by inserting into the front 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That is our first decrease. So that's the end of round 16. We should only have 6 stitches left. Now, if we take our stitch marker, we can slip stitch into this last stitch. So we're going to make a slip stitch into the first stitch of round 16 to finish it off. So insert your hook, pull the yarn through, and then pull through the loop on your hook. Then we can cut off the yarn. With your darning needle, we're going to use the tail to close up the hole at the bottom. To close the holes, we're going to put the needle through the front loops of those last 6 stitches, and then we're going to stitch them together. So under that first loop, pull it, second loop, pull it, third loop, then pull it, 4, 5. After you do that, you pull it to close, and then you can hide the tail inside the middle of the plushie. Cut that yarn. Hide the tail inside the body. Okay. So you have your little ghost buddy. He's super cute already, but I'm gonna add like a little flower on top of his head. To make a flower, we're gonna start with a magic ring. So wrap your yarn around your fingers in this X shape. Put your hook under the first yarn strand, grab the second, make a loop, grab the second again, and pull through that loop. You have your magic ring. Inside the magic ring, we're going to make 5 petals. For the first petal, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 3 treble crochets. To do a treble crochet, yarn over 2 times, like this. So you have 3 loops on your hook. Insert your hook into the magic ring, yarn over, pull through, and then we'll have 4 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2. That is 1 treble crochet. We're going to do 2 more. So yarn over twice. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. One more. Okay, so then we're gonna do another chain 3. And then we're gonna slip stitch into the magic ring. Okay, and that is our first petal. We're gonna do this 3 more times until we have 5 petals. So one more chain 3, 3 treble crochet, one more treble crochet, chain 3, slip stitch into the magic ring. We're gonna do this 3 more times, and then chain 1 to close off. We're gonna have we should have 5 petals, and then you just pull the yarn to close the hole. Like that. And then you have your little flower. So I'm gonna sew it here. I'm just gonna insert it into the top. Like that. And then grab the other side, insert the yarn through one of the stitches on the back, and then like that. And then I'm gonna make a knot here. Gonna make a knot so that it's secure. And then I'm gonna hide the tails inside the body. Then you can tie the tails at the bottom here. For this one, I'm gonna add a little sapling leaf. To start the sprout, we're gonna make a slip knot. To make a slip knot, wrap your yarn around your 2 fingers in the X shape like before. Insert your hook under the first strand, grab the second strand, pull through, and then you'll have a knot on your hook. So take your hook out of the knot. We're gonna make the sapling inside the front center of the plushie. So we're gonna insert one of the stitches in the top of his head, like that. And then we're going to grab the knot, put it back on our hook, and then pull the knot through that stitch, like that. After you pull the knot through the stitch, we're gonna chain 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Starting the second chain from the hook, we're gonna do a single crochet, then a half double crochet, Then a double crochet. A double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And then we're going to do a half double crochet, double crochet, a single crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch. There should be 2 chains left, and then we're going to start our second leaf. So we're going to do chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, second chain from the hook, we're going to do a single crochet, and then we're going to do a half double crochet, a double crochet, a half double crochet, a single crochet, and then we're going to do a slip stitch into the same stitch that you slip stitched before. Okay, and then we're going to do 2 slip stitches in the last 2 chains connecting the head. 1 slip stitch, and then a second slip stitch, second slip stitch. Okay, so then you have your little sprout on top of the head. And then we're going to do 1 last slip stitch into that stitch connecting the sprout. Okay, and then you can cut off the yarn like that. Then you have a little sprout on his head. We're going to tie these yarns together. And then hide it inside the body. Well, it'll be easier to use a needle. And then I'm just gonna put it through the body. Okay, you can tie it again one more time here. Cut off that excess yarn and then hide it. So this is the ghost with the little sprout on his head. And then this is the flower ghost. I'm gonna add little plushies on my plushies. So I like to use pastel, and I'm just gonna shave off like some white and pink. I'm gonna mix them so that it's a light pink, and then I'm gonna put them on the plushies. Then mix it with the brush, and then you should get this light pink here, just right next to the cheek. Just a very light shade. And there are 2 little ghost buddies.